If you ain't at the gym, then where the fuck you at?
I'm at work touching my boss's movies.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, BBs. It is too early.
It is, and the framing's off.
Framing's off. You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
I'm Saige Ryan.
Apparently my mic is not working either.
Dog what?
Dog what?
Either of them?
Dog who? No, they say my mic.
No. No. Hello? Come unplugged.
Hello?
Come unplugged.
Come unplugged.
Saige has got it.
Good morning. It's too early. Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni, and I'm Saige Ryan. And this is it. We're doing it.
Let me tell you something.
Demi Bella.
And then, every morning we do a mic check.
Every morning,
We do a mic check
there's an angel hanging from the corner.
in my 4-post bed. And it's never been an issue.
It's never once been an issue.
And if there was an issue, we wouldn't catch it on a mic check. All we can see is that the levels are moving. It's not like we would be able to hear if it was like doubled or something.
What we're saying
Today we didn't do that.
is there's no way to check tech. Nobody knows. There's no way to do it. No one's ever figured it out. There's absolutely no way to run a technical check, and boo to anybody who says otherwise.
That's what we're saying. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for starting your day off with us. We're very glad that you are here. And thank you for your patience starting off with a little tech.
Just a little bit of tech, just a skosh, a sousson of tech. How are you, BBs? It's been a long week.
Ow.
I'm
so sorry. Just, I didn't mean to bump you. We're getting a lot of compliments on your shirt this morning, Anthony.
Oh, well, thank you.
As we should be.
Thank you. It's probably from a sweatshop. We got a lot of big news today.
We've also got a hype train going. Thank you, everybody, for the immense amounts of support right off the bat, you sweet beans.
Sorry, was that too real? Did I get too real too immediately with that?
It is.
It just is what it is.
Just what it is.
I just,
That's where we're at this morning.
I don't have a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
And so I buy clothes where I can.
Yeah, so look, people that are not at the top of the financial pyramid of capitalism should not be expected to be the ones that make the difference in supporting both the issues of production and climate change also in fast fashion.
The hot climate, the literal hot takes I've seen on climate change this week.
It's not on poor people.
Hey, everyone.
They can't do it.
I can name 5 companies that do 70% of the climate change. Are we sure we don't want to crack down on them?
Yeah.
Are we sure we want to keep asking everybody? Listen, I'm gonna bring my own bag to the grocery store.
Sure, same.
Cause I'm a kind person who thinks about the world, and also I have so much anxiety about doing anything wrong that will hurt anyone.
Fair.
But hey, did I set the ocean on fire?
You sure didn't.
Did I set the ocean on fire? Did I? Hey. Is the U.S. armed forces alone, not the United States, but the armed forces. Just our military. Is our military the 11th highest polluting nation in the world?
Yeah, dog.
Hey, everyone.
My ocean's on fire. How about yours?
That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored.
Y'all, we had a couple of things in the news, but I think we have to start with something we were very much looking forward to on Wednesday.
Do we? Because I think, look, I know we're a gaming show.
Yeah.
But there are 2 big Saige stories. Are you sure you don't want to start with those?
Oh, I would never insist that we do, but if you wanna.
I know.
All right,
We like to
Nintendo can wait.
I know we like to start with games and stuff, but there are 2 very big stories for both of us, but particularly for you. And I want to make sure that we hit that because I feel like it's going to be important for everyone. I feel like everybody is going to be as excited about these 2 stories as we are.
Okay, then let's talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh my goodness.
Let's talk about it.
Gotcha. We didn't do a tech check.
Go back. What are you doing?
Hey, it is Friday the 13th.
It is. Ooh,
Ooh, spooky. Such spooky tech.
Look, it's fine. It's
The
very
tech is
easy to
so
pick.
spooky.
Anyways, also with Avatar: The Last Airbender, there was the week that we were off because I was moving or filming or something. Well, it was during the week I was filming that we missed a couple of shows. Also, the Avatar: The Last Airbender TTRPG launched on Kickstarter.
Yay. Support that. But hey, we've been waiting for this for years.
We
have been waiting for this for years.
And
with this subhead here that says, this was a chance to showcase Asian and Indigenous characters as living, breathing people. Uh-oh. Echo.
Don't with me. Do not.
So yeah, we have the showrunners and the main cast announced for the live-action Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender series.
Mm-hmm. Now, the showrunners is something particularly interesting, as originally the showrunners were going to be the showrunners of the animated series, and they walked off of the project a few months ago.
Yep. Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko left. They had apparently amicably. They said that they just wouldn't be able to meaningfully guide the direction of the series, was their quote. They said they didn't feel like they had a lot to offer this adaptation. So they have brought in a couple of other producers to run the show. First is going to be Albert Kim, who was the showrunner on Sleepy Hollow and Nikita. Then also Dan Lin, who was on the Lego Movie. Lindsay Liberatore, who was on CW's Walker, which is the reboot of Chuck Norris's Walker, Texas Ranger. It's fine. Everybody's got to work a job. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You got to get started somewhere. And then Michael Goy, who was the showrunner on Swamp Thing before DCU had to cancel Swamp Thing. Now you'll notice this is a lot of Asian showrunners, Asian and Southeast Asian showrunners, as it should be.
Fuck yeah!
So that's very exciting. Dan Lim said in the blog post for Netflix, a live-action version they're hoping would establish a new benchmark in representation, bring in a whole new generation of fans. This is a chance to showcase Asian and Indigenous characters as living, breathing people, not just in a cartoon, but in a world that truly exists, very similar to the one we live in.
I'm so excited.
And with that, let's take a look at these children, these glowing children.
Okay, so we'll just start with the top row and we'll scroll down since we're currently blocking that lovely photo of animated Zuko.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Gordon Cormier as Aang. Look at that sweet little bean.
Yeah.
Sweet little bean.
Oh.
Sweet little bean.
He's got, listen, and look, you can look, he's got the big round head.
He's got the big round head and the Aang ears.
Yeah.
I mean, that's perfect.
He's
That
got-
kid was born to play Aang.
Look at his striking eyebrows. He's going to be so expressive.
Whoever's kid that is,
Yeah.
one day they look down at their kid and they're like, it's the Avatar.
It's the Avatar. Once in a generation.
Like, we've been waiting 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Kiowentio as Katara. She looks great.
Like, that's perfect. That's perfect casting. She looks like Katara.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
And can we look at this smirky fucking Sokka down here? So good.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Look at that guy's
Ian
jaw.
Mosley?
Look at the look on his face.
That's going to be excellent. I cannot wait to see them all in costume. I think I'll cry. I'm going to be honest with you. when I see these four in costume, I'm gonna cry.
But now let's scroll over to Best Boy.
Y'all know Zuko is my boy. Dallas Liu as Zuko. Perfect. Excellent. Like, honestly,
no notes.
No notes on a single part of this casting. That's so exciting. It does give me a lot of hope for it. I think that, like, my biggest concern when the showrunners walked away was it not doing justice to an original series in the way that the film did. Obviously, all of us have a little PTSD from the last Airbender film. Every once in a while, we have to admit and acknowledge that film happened and exists, unfortunately.
No, we don't.
And it was a bunch of white people. It was a ton of white people, and the names were pronounced incorrectly. It is very clear to me.
And Dev Patel. Poor Dev Patel was stuck there. The poor Green Knight was just stuck there.
But it's very clear to me that this is being handled with care, if nothing else. We don't know how the show is going to be, but I do believe that it is, as a franchise that's very, very close to my heart, it is being handled with care, and I trust that, and that's exciting.
Yeah. Dan Lim went on to talk about why. Like, why? Because, you know, he knows, he's like, look, Avatar has only grown in popularity and acclaim over the last decade and a half.
Yes,
it's a testament to how complete and resonant a narrative experience it had been. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Which is what a lot of us were thinking, right? It stands on its own. It's very good. Other than we would like to see it live action. Why?
What are the reasons to make it?
And he said, look, the more I thought about it, the more intrigued I became. VFX technology has advanced to the point where a live-action version can not only faithfully translate what had been done in animation, it can bring a rich new visual dimension to a fantastic world. We'll be able to see bending in a real and visceral way we've never seen before. Also, Netflix's format meant we had an opportunity to reimagine a story that originally had been told in these self-contained half-hour episodes as an ongoing serialized narrative. That meant story points and emotional arcs we'd loved in the original could be given even more room to breathe and grow. Now, this is something we've talked about before, not just with Avatar, but with some other stuff too, like some of the Star Wars animated stuff, particularly in the first season or the first two seasons. You know, you're making a show for kids.
Yeah.
Kids first and foremost.
Right. So especially under the helm of Nickelodeon.
Yeah. You have to make some concessions. Episodes have to be self-contained. Narratives can't be too overarching.
Yeah.
Things can't get too dark or too emotional or too deep.
Which, like, they pushed that. They pushed those lines of what people, I think, do put constrictions on for kids in emotion and in, like, darkness in tone sometimes. And they slowly got there more and more as the seasons went on. They did have to buy in with that first season specifically of, like, we're a kids show, we're a kids show, we're a kids show.
And then you just sneakily add more depth to it. Because, you know, not only is the show growing, your audience is getting older too. And that's something that a lot of these showrunners will say to the network.
Right.
It's like, well, they were 7 when they started watching, but now they're 13. Can we make something that's a little deeper? With this, they're like, no, this is for everyone.
Yep.
This is for people that grew up with it, as well as people that are children now. And let's get a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper into everything that's happening politically, emotionally. And do more with all of these things.
I'd also argue, and a reason for it to exist in this medium is we've talked before about how Harry Potter is not the only good fantasy piece that people could attach their personalities to.
Yeah.
It's okay to want to attach your personality to a piece of media. It's fine. It's the equivalent of when people would put their Hogwarts house in their bio because it immediately told you a little something about them that they didn't have to communicate themselves.
Yeah.
When Avatar is right there. Avatar's right there. So we can have a non-turf, awesome fantasy franchise that's split into things that are bending styles instead of just houses that still tell you a bit about somebody.
I still can't decide what kind of bender I am. What kind of bender am I? Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye and tell me what kind of bender I am.
I have a very specific opinion on that.
Yeah? Lay it on me.
You're part of the new Air Nation. The new Air Nation specifically.
Yeah. I get that. I was going to say the same thing. Airbender. Airbender. So here's the thing about us. We both want to be firebenders.
I am a firebender.
You think you're a firebender?
Oh, I 100% think I'm a firebender.
Do you?
Yeah. Chat, what kind of bender would I be? What do you think I am?
I think you're either earth or water.
Really?
Yeah.
I definitely don't see myself as an earthbender. Specifically, I don't. I think the one I would be least likely to be was an earthbender.
Yeah?
For me. Yeah.
Everybody's saying fire AF. So there you go.
But like, not. You have to disassociate it from the Fire Nation in the first series.
Yeah.
And you haven't finished Korra, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I haven't finished Korra. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's sort of like how with back when we did Turf Wizards, I was Slytherin. Everybody's like, "You're not Slytherin." I'm like, "Slytherin isn't evil.
No.
Slytherin isn't evil. J.K. Rowling is evil."
Yeah, we do remember that J.K. Rowling is in fact evil. So like, attach yourself to a new fantasy. Do it. Avatar's right there, and it's an excellent opportunity.
Dan Lim has said they're going to be expanding and growing the world. There are going to be surprises for existing fans. But the main goal is authenticity in adapting the story and finding the right people to do that adapting.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. He's like, we've hopefully brought together a group of talented and passionate artists who are working around the clock to bring this rich and incredibly beautiful world to life. We do not have a date yet, but we've got a cast and we've got a key cast. And we've got showrunners and writers now, so...
Very exciting.
It's coming!
The other piece of news that Anthony put in here, specifically for me, we'll get out of the way, is that Britney Spears' lawyer declared a major victory as Jamie Spears, her father, has agreed to step down from the conservatorship.
Isn't it funny how within 3 weeks of her having her own lawyer... Not a lawyer that her dad appointed for her.
Correct.
I'm your dad and I'm your conservator, and I say you can have this lawyer to defend yourself against me.
Yeah.
Isn't it wild how 3 weeks after choosing her own lawyer, all of a sudden this thing is falling apart?
Also, MJ Muffin in the live studio audience said the main goal is to blow up, and I would like to follow that with and act like I don't know nobody. Anyways, from that. There's still a lot of concern. The battle is not over. She is still in a conservatorship.
Yep.
That's bad. There is not currently an answer to what the lawyer in charge of the conservatorship, the law firm that is actually now in charge of her, will be doing with that. And from what I understand, there is a possibility that her father is still involved with that company in some capacity. So even though he personally is off of the conservatorship, it does seem that he might still have some influence over it. She does intend, as she said in her last statement, to sue her entire family, as she fucking should. Absolutely. Jamie Lynn Spears even out here saying, what? We don't have a condo. What? Britney did not buy me a condo. I did not spend Britney's money on a condo. Pulls back 800 old tweets about her condo.
Whoop.
Anyways, whole family's fucked up. They said this is a major win. This is a major victory for Britney Spears. We are pleased that Mr. Spears and his lawyer have today conceded in a filing that he must be removed. We are disappointed, however, by their ongoing shameful and reprehensible attacks on Miss Spears and others. Y'all, when you start diving into this shit, it's fucking mind-blowing. There was something that came out recently, and we don't cover a lot of stuff like this.
No.
But there was something that came out recently, which was a letter that was sent to her from a lawyer before she went into her conservatorship, warning her that the filings were being done. And he was like, I want to help. They're going to try and have you 5150'd. This is the plan. They are conspiring against you. They are making you look like you are mentally ill when it is clear that you are completely capable of, handling your own business. And it's wild, honestly.
It's unbelievable to think that this has been going on for over a decade of this woman's life.
13 years.
It's wild to think about this. This is a woman who's in her 30s and can't fucking sneeze without legal permission.
Yeah.
And made more money than fucking anyone in the late 90s, early 2000s. made a fortune and an empire, and literally had it taken from her by her family.
Yep. And was
Awful.
forced to perform, to keep working in those 13 years, making money that she had no control over, and a life that she had no control over.
Well,
anyways, big win for Britney.
Big win for
Free
Britney,
baby.
Hey, thank you all for your donos and everything. As always, we will call out the honor roll at the end, but we see you, BBs, and we appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Let's talk games.
Okay, let's talk games. Now, should we talk about the thing?
Let's talk about the thing now.
Let's talk about the thing now. On Wednesday, there was a Nintendo Indie Showcase, and you know there's nothing we love more than an indie showcase. The Indie World happened. Let's talk about what we saw there.
We have got to commend, first of all, the indie portfolio team over at Nintendo has been really spending the last couple of years turning things around for themselves, turning things around for smaller third-party support, for their digital storefront. Look, Nintendo still has a lot of things where they don't understand the internet, and that's just going to be Nintendo. But when you look at the amount of just absolute garbage shovelware that used to be on the WiiWare store, on the 3DS store, even in the beginning of the Switch.
Yeah.
The Switch is like, we're 3.5 years into the Switch. The first year of stuff on the Switch store that wasn't first party there was a lot of shovelware. There was a lot of bad stuff. And it's because Nintendo was not supporting developers really well. They were not giving out the kinds of deals or the kind of freedom that other platform holders have been giving to game developers and publishers. But I got to say, over the last year and a half, they've really turned shit around.
They absolutely have. Of course, they didn't give us Calico, but they highlighted Calico in a way that game got to be seen by a lot of people who wouldn't, and that I'll forever be grateful.
Yeah, I
think
think
a perfect game.
Somebody in the live studio audience was like, they still have a long way to go. Flannel Fries, got a long way, still a long way to go, and that's on this reputation that we're talking about.
Yep.
And that's why they got to bet on these smaller things like Calico, because they've got to show the bigger AA indies that they can treat developers well now.
Yep.
So let's run down some of the stuff that we saw. Some of it's new, some of it's not. First of all, Necro Barista Final Pour. I love Necro Barista. If you haven't played it,
I haven't, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm super excited.
It's a very you game. You'll enjoy it.
So cute. Like, look at that.
Necro Barista Final Pour. It's an enhanced version of the previous Necro Barista game. It is launched already. It launched during Indie World. It's a timed Switch exclusive, and it focuses on a magical cafe in Australia where the dead are granted one last night to mingle with the living, and you are their barista.
I'm going to play the hell out of that.
Yeah, it's a great game. Axiom Verge 2, of course, has to be announced. You can't talk about Nintendo Indies without Axiom Verge 2.
Of course.
Huge deal. The 2015 Metroid-like was a big deal for Nintendo, and it was a big deal in general. And it's nice to see the second one coming. It looks much more polished than the first one.
Agreed.
I like the art style a lot more. I had a lot of fun with the first one.
It's interesting to see a game in this style be so bright. I feel like that's relatively rare. I feel like when you get into these kind of like side-scroller, like, 16-bit kind of games, they all have taken this like dark blues and purples.
Yeah, and the first
can get really repetitive.
Yeah, and the first Axiom Verge definitely did.
Yeah, but like looking at images like this, I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
You do something fun and different with your color palette there, and I like that.
It's interesting to see, particularly with, look, Thomas Happ did not expect Axiom Verge to be as huge as it was, and it's interesting to see what things were creative decisions and what things were still creative decisions, but based on sort of a limited amount of resources. And I think that first Axiom Verge art style was part of that. It was great, but it was definitely like, let's take a look at 4-bit and 8-bit computers and consoles and see if we can really nail that look, because that's what we can do with a limited budget, SM Radio mentions Iconoclast. Yes, anything by Konjac is amazing and singularly developed. Beautiful pixel art. Iconoclast, I think, is on the Switch eShop. You should play that. Grab it.
This is really lovely. This is Islanders. Islanders is all about utilizing efficiency of space on an island and getting points for it. Look, I saw it and I was like, oh, like you're building a society of something. You know, no society. The society doesn't matter. It's all about the build.
We do live in a society.
I don't know her.
Obviously, a big thing that was announced that was talked about was Boyfriend Dungeon.
Yeah, a bunch of people have been streaming Boyfriend Dungeon this week. I mean, Boyfriend Dungeon has been on our radar for a hot minute now. We've been looking forward to it.
Yeah, Kit Fox games, absolutely amazing. You find weapons in a dungeon and you date them to up your affinity and the stats with the weapon.
Yes.
Smooch your hot sword.
I love it. This looks excellent. I've told myself I cannot play this until I finish my current dating sim. I'm not allowed.
I'm excited to start it.
I can't freaking wait.
I'm excited to start it.
So dating roguelike sim, yes.
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 And that's the other thing. It's on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's on Game Pass. I nearly played it in the bathtub yesterday. Held off because I want to start it on a stream.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like...
so good.
Oh, it's so good. I've been waiting for it for a few years.
Also, Sean Finney in the live studio audience said Metroidvanias disproportionately are in caves. Yeah, right?
A lot of caves.
A lot of caves. They took it out of the caves. Good for them.
Get out of the caves.
You know, sometimes you just got to get out of the caves.
The next one that really grabbed my eye was Eastward. We've been talking about Eastward for a little while. It's been in development for a long time. This is Pixpol, and it gives me those like very good Earthboundy and then also just classic 16-bit RPG vibes. Look at that. Ugh. Look at that beautiful game.
Yeah, the way the light moved over that field, they were like, yeah.
You know, the mix.
We can use dynamic lighting.
Yeah, the mix of like 2D and 3D lighting sometimes is not the best. You know, I know everybody was super into the look of like Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
I just wasn't. There was something about it that just didn't gel for me. It really just looked like adding Photoshop filters to pixel art to me. But this is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Eastward it's one of my most anticipated games. Please, Eastward, don't let me down. Because we haven't seen too much of like gameplay. But it comes out September 16th, 2 days after my birthday. It's my birthday game. And
There's
it looks
a lot
gorgeous.
Of stuff coming out around your birthday.
Yeah, people like to celebrate me.
What is it that comes out on your birthday?
Me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
I forget. There was something.
There was a specific game, if chat remembers. Let me know.
And then, hey, if you haven't played Tetris Effect Connected is coming to the Switch on October 8th.
I'm not.
Tetris Effect is beautiful. I think if you have the opportunity to... This is where they gave Tetsuya Mizuguchi, the creator of Rez and Luminous, they said, make a Tetris. Have the Tetris license. And boy, did he make a Tetris. It is just a sensory overload in the best way.
Yeah, this is like Doom Tetris.
It's so
it's
good.
Like Beat Saber Tetris.
It's lovely.
That's intense.
The more lines you score, the more the backgrounds like come together and the more animated and alive the world becomes.
Very cool.
It's gorgeous. If you do, I'll say this: if you've been looking forward to playing it, and you have a platform with VR, like you have a PS4 or 5, or you have PC, or you have an Oculus, play it on VR.
Really?
It's one of the best VR experiences.
Fascinating.
It's so good. It's a beautiful musical VR Tetris.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing.
You got a couple of birthday twins in chat.
Birthday twins, New Year's babies, everybody fuck on a New Year.
Oh.
That's what happened. Do the math.
I've never done the math for mine, and I don't need to.
Do the math. We've also got Toem.
Toem looked fun.
Toem is great. It is a camera-based puzzle adventure. You're an amateur photographer looking to take a picture of a magical phenomenon, and you've got to complete photography-themed quests for NPCs to get bus fare to travel to the magic.
I'm getting Scribblenauts in aesthetic.
Uh-huh.
You love a photo mode.
I love a photo. Look at that. That's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
That snowman is whistling. Yep, I'll play it.
I'm upset that a snowman can whistle and I cannot.
Wow. That's right, you can't whistle. Do one try. Almost. Almost. You're getting there. We also got Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon, which is interesting.
Yeah, I've not done any Shovel Knight stuff. There have been previous Shovel Knight games, right? I feel like I've seen Shovel Knight games before.
So Shovel Knight...
it's never been a thing.
Well, because you're not a platformer person.
I'm not.
And Shovel Knight is a very intense platformer. It's based on basically the old DuckTales games. But it adds a bit more to it. This though is a completely separate thing. It's an offshoot that is sort of a puzzle roguelike RPG. We've seen a couple of these in the last few years.
We have.
Cappy made that really good one that was on Apple Arcade that I can't remember what it was called right now, but I played it a lot. If you remember what it is, put it in chat. But also they announced that Loop Hero is coming to the Switch. Loop Hero.
Congratulations.
Fuck, man. If you ain't played that Loop Hero, if you ain't at the Loop Hero, where the fuck are you at?
Necrodancer vibes with the grid movement. I can totally see that.
Grindstone. Thank you, Get On My Swan. The name of it is Grindstone.
Ronan Monkey in the live studio audience says bathtub game Loop Hero?
Oh, absolutely. Loop Hero owns. Did you ever play Loop Hero?
I haven't.
You'd lose your mind. You'd love it.
I've looped my mind.
You'd loop your mind. That's,
Whoa.
hey, Loop Hero developers, 4 quarters, you can have that one. First one's free.
Far Changing Tides was a really lovely trailer. This is one that wasn't on my radar personally. The Okomotive describes it as a relaxing, accessible, and meditative adventure built around genteel side-scrolling and vehicular management. Doesn't sound like anything I want to play, and yet...
Vehicular manslaughter?
That I do want to play. But we've already got Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, this is already cute.
Right?
Yeah, I love this. I like anything that is like a drowning city vibes. I'm in.
Right?
If you have a city that's half underwater, guess what? I'm going to play your game. It doesn't matter. What's the game about? Shh. I don't care. The world is half underwater. Let's go.
Wow. Like, isn't this just absolutely stunning?
It's gorgeous.
I love being a little bean.
Little bean in a water world.
A little bean in a water world.
That's all you need.
I just want something to make me feel like I am in the movie 9.
That's so specific.
It's so specific,
and yet.
Here we are. So I'm not the only one. It's not just me.
A to Z Canada says, Anthony, I have great news for you IRL then.
Let's talk about Venice.
Yeah, we might have brought that up in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, right?
Then we have Metal Slug Tactics, which we saw earlier. Metal Slug Tactics came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it did.
And everybody was losing their damn minds about it, and we should be. We should be. They took Metal Slug, the side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, and they turned it into a fucking tactics game.
Yeah, it's adorable.
They said, hey, Nintendo, are you not going to make a new Advance Wars? All right, then. Fuck you. We got you.
Yeah, all right. Then we could do it.
And my girlfriend Fio is in it. And she's cuter than ever.
She is.
With her big old glasses doing flips. Absolutely love the look of this. Surprised the hell out of me. I cannot wait for it.
Yeah. Very lovely.
A fun way, a really fun thing to do with a classic license. And that, of course, is published by Dotemu, who we talk about all the time because of Streets of Rage 4 and all of the good, wonderful things that they have coming out, like the new Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
They rounded out the trailers. Saige?
Uh-huh.
They rounded out the trailers with a little something.
Uh-huh.
Saige, do you know what I'm... Saige, Saige, are you aware of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk?
No, I'm only aware of Bomb Rush Cyberfunk.
Well, there is some cyberfunk in the game. Sorry, did I say cyberpunk? Cyberfunk. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk.
On that. It's funky.
Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is Jet Set Radio. Allow me to say this again. This is not a drill. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is Jet Set Radio. Hit play on that trailer.
Come on.
I'm not kidding. This is not a drill. They said, hey, Sega, are you really not going to touch this? Is this really not something you're going to do?
You're just going to leave this sitting.
You're just going to leave Jet Set Radio. You're going to leave fucking Jet Set Radio on a shelf somewhere collecting dust.
Yes.
Well, don't worry. Team Reptile is here, and they're going to fucking fix that shit immediately. Now, this is a timed Switch exclusive. Nintendo out there understanding their audience and indie developers, maybe for the first time ever.
Nintendo understood the assignment. That looks awesome. It won't be out until 2022.
It's okay.
Which sucks.
That's okay. I've been waiting for so long.
It's not as far away as it sounds.
I've been waiting for so long. I can wait. I can wait for it to come back to me. You might remember, but this is Team Reptile. They made Lethal League, which was that fighting game where everybody has baseball bats.
Yeah.
And Lethal League Blaze, which just came out on Game Pass, actually.
Ooh, nice. They also said that Gang Beasts is coming to the Switch as well, which I can't believe it wasn't already. That's an excellent Switch game.
Yeah, it feels like it should have been on the Switch from
100%
go.
should have been.
They're also getting Astroneer, which if you were like, hey, No Man's Sky could be a little cuter and a little more about just building things, that's Astroneer. So if you haven't played that, play that.
And if you're a big Nintendo fan, like we are, you might also be excited to know the announcements did not stop.
Damn, there's more announcements?
There's more announcements coming.
Damn.
New Pokemon Presents stream is coming on August 18th. Updates on Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes? I don't know. On Legends Arceus, please.
Yep. They say that they're going to have updates on all three. It's going to be on the official Pokemon YouTube channel at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific on August 18th. No word on how long the stream's going to be. No word on if other things like Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Sleep, or Detective Pikachu are going to appear. But here's what we know. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are coming on November 19th.
I'm so excited.
This is going to be a pretty big update, I think. We're going to see a lot. We know that Arceus is coming on January 28th, so we probably won't see as much of that. We'll probably get one more event for Arceus, at least. But I'm ready to see Diamond and Pearl. I never played Diamond and Pearl.
Ooh, that's exciting. I played Diamond, and I've been trying to decide if I play Diamond again for the sake of like, yes, I loved this, I want to revisit it, or if I play Pearl now since I hadn't. I think it's probably Pearl. Like, I chose Diamond for a reason. I liked the, big boys in it, and
I mean, they're fundamentally the same, but you're going to get some alternate boys.
Yeah.
Tough choice.
Tough choice. It might be Pearl for me this time around.
It might be Pearl.
Pre-ordered Diamond, got my friend Pearl. That's great. Usually I try to do that when a Pokemon game is coming out, is like set with friends. Of
Who's going to
getting
trade
what.
with me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll coordinate.
Yeah, we can coordinate.
If you never played Diamond or Pearl, I'll let you pick first since you never played. And then I'll get whatever you don't get so that we can trade.
Literally don't care.
Because I did that with Sword and Shield as well. It makes sense.
I just bought Sword because I like swords.
And I got Shield because I liked, there was a trainer in Shield that wasn't in Sword.
Oh.
I believe.
Uh-huh.
At least it looked like it was going to be at the time.
Listen, everybody in chat is saying it. Where's the Bidoof game? Where's Oops All Doofs?
Bidoof game when?
Where's the Doofs?
Cowards. You gave us a whole Bidoof day, but not a Bidoof game?
How?
Give us, look.
Pokemon Legends Arceus? What the fuck is an Arceus? Why is it not Pokemon Legends Bidoof?
Yeah, when's Arceus Day?
Arceus Day. I'm a big bird.
Pokemon Let's Go Bidoof. I would love
This is what
Pokemon
Arceus
Let's
sounds
Go,
like.
But don't.
You ever heard what Arceus sounds
Stop.
like?
Let's Go Bidoof. Stop. Let's Go Bidoof. I'm so into it. I think it's a great idea. Stop,
I'm Arceus.
please. I beg of you.
Speaking of remakes, probably for the exact same audience, that GTA Remastered Trilogy is probably real.
It's probably real. We talked about this a little bit on, I don't know, Monday.
Monday it was a light rumor, and today it's pretty much we know it's coming. Take-Two has been using DMCA to remove classic GTA mods. We know that. Then they announced that they have 3 classic remastered games in development, and everybody's like, hello? What's going on here? According to sources close to Kotaku, Rockstar is actively developing remastered versions of GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas. They will be remastered using the Unreal Engine and will be a mix of old and new graphics.
That's intriguing, and
What
I'm
is that?
curious to see how that happens. My only request, my only hope,
Yes.
the only thing that I can really hope for Vice City, for any of these games, is that strippers still dance like this.
Hey, by the way, apropos of nothing, I'm going to go ahead and say, since we couldn't do our painting stream yesterday, our incredible sweepstakes where you could win anywhere from 1 to 3 Google Stadias.
Should be announced today on the show, shouldn't it?
No, I'm going to extend it.
You're going to extend it?
I'm going to extend it. Anybody who makes a clip of the show, a good clip, sends that good clip to us on Twitter at The Pixel Circus, could win anywhere from 1 to 3 Google Stadias. Because Google keeps sending me Stadias. And I feel guilty about throwing them away because they work.
There you go.
You could win anywhere from 1 to 3 Google Stadias. Send a good clip. So here's the thing. One source who claims to have seen a snippet of the games in action say that the visuals remind them of a heavily modded version of a classic GTA title.
Fascinating.
So like, oh, this is something the community took it and did a texture pack update or replaced some models but not all of the models. This doesn't sound like something I want. I'm also not a huge GTA guy.
I'm hoping that they do it in a really interesting stylistic way.
I just don't see that happening. Somebody in chat said, so we're never getting GTA 6? No. GTA 5 prints money every day. Every day. 6 may be completely done. We don't know. They won't release it. They're waiting for everybody to stop buying shark cards or whatever.
Yeah.
But they won't.
They won't.
People won't stop buying shark cards. You gotta stop buying the shark cards.
That's the only way we get GTA 6, I guess.
Sources confirm that Rockstar Dundee, the Scottish outpost of Rockstar, the newest studio that they have in their portfolio, is developing or leading the development of the games. And they're not just involved in remasters, but is helping Rockstar on developing the next-gen GTA 5 ports that are due out later this year. Mm-hmm. So, how exciting.
How exciting. All right. Okay. It's funny to hear the word con in the sense of conventions.
Yeah. Because why? Why do?
Right. The world's on fire.
How about yours?
So no conventions. But we're getting a home convention of QuakeCon 2021.
QuakeCon!
QuakeCon! And we've got a lineup for everything that is going to be at QuakeCon in 2021. We'll go over it real quick. Let's look at this schedule. Obviously, this is not taking place in person. It was supposed to be in Dallas. It's not because, come on.
Come on.
The world.
Come on.
Taking place on twitch.tv/Bethesda. They're starting out with some celebratory shit of doing it. Then they're doing a deep dive in Deathloop, which is exciting. Followed by something on Fallout 76.
Okay. A lot of Fallout 76. I'm seeing a lot of Fallout 76.
There's a good amount of Fallout 76 in here. There's a bit of ESO. There's a bit of Doom. You've got a good amount of Deathloop, which I am excited about. Skyrim 10th Anniversary Interactive Fun Run with Gus.
I love that. Gus has been streaming a lot of Skyrim, and Gus loves Skyrim.
Good for Gus.
And I love to see that he's doing something there. Obviously there's a lot of Doom Eternal as well. There's a studio update with the directors. Mm-hmm. One of the fun things is We Rate Dogs and Pete Hines doing dog chat. Like, they invited We Rate Dogs to QuakeCon. Something that I want to bring up is the opening panel, the celebrating 25 years of Quake. Now, Quake is 25 years old.
Yes.
That's fine. One day we'll all be dead. I am cool with the fact that Quake is 25 years old. I am at ease with that. It's a big opening panel, not just with id, but with Machine Games. And there are some rumors and some speculation that id and Machine Games are sharing the stage during that opening panel because Machine Games has maybe been working on a new Quake game.
It would be very interesting to see.
Now, we know that they've been very quiet since Wolfenstein Youngblood. We know that they are working on Indiana Jones.
Yes.
But we know that Indiana Jones right now is a logo.
Yeah.
There's no game to that game
and
yet.
There's nothing about it on this schedule.
So what have they been doing for the last couple years? Could it be a new Quake project?
It could be, considering they're starting with that, and then there's essentially no Quake on the schedule in the middle, and then they are wrapping up with a Quake World Championship Grand Finals.
It's very interesting watching QuakeCon turn into just Bethesda's second E3.
Yeah.
You know? It's just this is like their BlizzCon.
It's their BlizzCon.
It's their BlizzCon.
Exactly it. But hey,
don't go to BlizzCon.
Don't go to BlizzCon.
Speaking of which, do we speak of it?
Yeah.
I guess we speak of it.
We'll talk about it really quick because hey, for every time that we've ever been excited about a Blizzard game here on this show, we have to balance that with talking about how horrific Blizzard is. Because there are real victims and it's a real problem. Let's talk about it.
Okay. We got two Activision Blizzard stories.
Okay.
Today. The first one is about their QA department and what it was like working in QA at Activision Blizzard. Whoo, baby. Now, QA, as we all know, not the best treated people in the games industry.
No.
This is an hourly gig. Usually you do it because you're trying to get your foot in the door in the industry, and they know that, and they very much take advantage of that.
Yep.
It's not the greatest place to be. But it is insanely important.
It is. It's an incredibly important role. But essentially, they reported here that there was pervasive hostility towards LGBT staffers in particular. So they reported that 50, 60 hours a week was normal. Some tallies clearing the 70-hour mark.
They were working 70 hours a week, so that means there's no Saturdays. You maybe get Sunday off. Mm-hmm. You're working to 8 or 9 p.m. You're doing it for like $14 an hour. A lot of these QA people are saying, I'm a grown person working a 70-hour job at one of the biggest media companies in the world, and I cannot live on my own.
Yep.
I cannot live on my own. I have to live in a house with 3 other people. All 4 of us trying to make ends meet, working at Activision QA. They also don't get benefits. They don't get sick leave. They don't get PTO. It's all dictated on a state-by-state basis, and Activision tends to keep their QA offices in states that don't treat employees well, that don't offer paid sick leave.
It's unsurprisingly horrifying. As always, we will all gather to say, fuck Blizzard, burn it to the ground, fuck Activision, burn it to the ground. There's no saving a company like this. That, like, you see companies and it's like, there are all of these things, but they're bad in blank area.
Mm-hmm.
How do you be a company that's bad in every area? Who couldn't get one thing of human treatment correct?
Are you ready to hear something incredibly fucked up about this?
Yeah.
Every employee identification system, whether it's your badge, whether it's the internal chat rooms, whether it's the software, whether it's your pay stub, whether it's your contracts, your email address defaults to legal names, and there is no way to change it. Think about that. Defaults to legal names, and there is no way to change that. That means for anybody who is trans,
mm-hmm. For anybody who has a dead name in any capacity,
for anybody who has any kind of dead name, you've got to go by that name. There's no way to change it.
Fucking yikes.
They were like, it would just out me. They're like, I got this job and it outed me immediately.
I hate it. It's horrifying. Again, they did not get one single part of running a company correct. Not one. Not one.
Yeah.
So
they're fucking up everything.
As the lawsuit came out, a lot of people who worked at the company were empowered to speak up. And I'm glad that these people are getting to share their stories now and having a platform to do so. It does mean that we end up giving a lot of horrifying updates. So thank you, everybody, for listening and empathizing with these people, because that's how we make a difference.
Yeah. I want to say a big thing that just happened, which is a pretty good thing, I think. So 3 more high-profile directors have departed the company. We are never going to hear that any of these people were asked to leave. We're never going to hear that they were fired. Mm-hmm. They have departed the company. Fine. Whatever. It's not cool. It's not cool that they get away with it.
Yep.
But, so Diablo, one of them was the Diablo 4 game director, Louis Barriga. He has left the company, along with lead designer Jesse McCree, World of Warcraft dev Jonathan LeCraft. Hey, and if Jesse McCree sounds familiar to you, that's because, yes, McCree is named for Jesse McCree. Jesse McCree was seen, he is in the picture in the Cosby Suite. The Cosby Suite, of course, being where these high-profile Blizzard devs tried to get women to come up and then coerce them into doing things.
There was also a photo of them all standing around a large framed photograph of Bill Cosby on a work trip.
Yep, and tweets of them talking about the Cosby Suite and bringing women to the Cosby Suite. So one of them was Jesse McCree, and something that I think is really wonderful, the Overwatch League casters refuse to say McCree's name now. They say the Cowboy.
The Cowboy!
They are not saying it, which I think is wonderful.
Hell yeah.
They are doing what little they can.
Right.
Because remember, Overwatch League casters, one of the things that's so good for Blizzard about Overwatch League is they own it. They own the sport, right?
Yep.
So these are Blizzard employees
Yep.
And they're not employees, they're contractors.
Right.
If you work on camera, you could lose your job at any time.
Right. And this is just their job, and they are just doing it.
So what I love is they're doing every little thing they can. And one of the things they're doing is they're just saying the cowboy.
Yep.
Great. He's the cowboy. Yeah, just rename him Mercer.
Yeah, right? I'm like, honestly, though, Mercer deserves better.
Mercer should not be like...
Matt shouldn't be wrapped up in any of this.
Yeah.
Matt shouldn't even be connected. He's a good bean.
Ugh.
Anyways,
that's what's going on at Activision Blizzard. It's going to keep going on for a long time. This is a government lawsuit. They're also being sued by their investors. I'm sure they're going to be sued additionally by employees now.
Yes.
So a lot going on. We will continue to report on it. Remember, it sounds bad because it is bad, but it's good that they're being outed and this is happening.
It is. While we're on business news, of course, we are two business professionals. I, of course, passed the bar in the state of Virginia, so I can legally give advice.
Yep, and I got my street MBA at the School of Hard Knocks.
So with that in mind, we're going to continue on a couple of business stories. We're going to talk about Twitch.
Twitch. We're on it right now.
We're on it right now.
We say we hate capitalism, and yet we participate in capitalism. Gotcha.
Oh, we got there. It's almost like a system is imposed upon us. But anyways, you may have seen, if you've been on the internet this week, if you follow Twitch streamers, the hashtag TwitchDoBetter. You may have also seen hate raids flooding into creators that you like, specifically marginalized creators' chats, saying racial slurs, followed by TwitchDoBetter, with the intentions of trolling and harassing creaters that are asking for better behavior from Twitch.
So cool.
The hashtag TwitchDoBetter was started by Wreck-It Raven, at Wreck-It Raven with a K on Twitter, to call out specifically for BIPOC creators the need for Twitch to do better about things like hate raids. Hate raids in particular, if you have never experienced one, are usually carried out by bots. It's hundreds of bots at one time flooding a channel, usually with saying something racist or homophobic, etc.
And up until now, Twitch's response to these sort of things is, hey, we have a banned term list. You can add any term you need to that. You can make anyone you want a moderator, and you have the tools to take care of this, and we're with you, and we made these tools to help. Eat shit. When somebody has 1,000 bots that are spelling things in every possible way, using every possible weird ASCII font, saying things that are like not overtly racist, sexist, but are like terms that we know are. It's
the big raid going around is overtly racist, spelled differently.
And there's nothing you can do. It's a dumb filter system.
In the last week, it's happened in my chat. It's happened in, 7 to 10 of my friends' chats.
There's no way to do. They don't give people the tools. And also, hey, remember what we were talking about earlier, where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring a metal straw to the store, but you have to promise to stop setting the ocean on fire.
Yes.
Twitch is the platform holder.
Right.
It's your job to make sure that we can't set the ocean on fire. I'll do what I can for my little channel in my little corner of the world.
Right.
Don't you worry. But I want to know that you're doing what it takes to protect not just the streamers, but the communities that are here.
Harry has a very good point in the live studio audience, said asking BIPOC creators to type dozens of racist terms into the block thing can be really difficult to do as well.
Yeah.
That's something that has to be manually done.
Let me think of everything that could possibly hurt me and put it on a list.
Yeah. It's
what?
Fucking wild. And Speedpunk, you can say, it's easy to get rid of bots, just turn on slow mode. That shouldn't have to happen. That's not the issue.
It's even easier
Missing the point.
It's even easier to get rid of bots on a system level.
Right.
If you want to.
So Twitch provides us with things like, tags that we utilize to help find our communities and connect with other people in our community. I stream within the LGBTQ tag when I stream. I'm assuming that tag is probably why I got hit with it.
Yeah.
That is my guess. Twitch creates these tags and then does nothing to protect the creators in the marginalized communities that need these tags to connect with each other and build safe spaces.
Well, and this is something that we were talking to CB about. I remember a Critical Bard. We were also talking to Xander, who's a friend of ours, who's a cast member on our D&D show tonight. And one of the things that Xander was saying and CB was saying and you were saying is like, these tags are great, but if Twitch doesn't do anything, those tags are just us wearing a target.
Yeah.
We're literally putting a target on our chest and asking people to harass us unless Twitch is going to do something about making this community a better and more welcoming place.
Right. I mean, our moderators are here in chat, obviously, which are doing
superheroes.
The fucking Lord's work out here.
Fucking superheroes. If you see a sword, give them a consensual smooch on the cheek.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Like a boyfriend dungeon.
Yeah. Son of Orpheus, one of our mods, said Twitch mod tools are terrible. If I just had to use the vanilla Twitch tools, I literally couldn't do the job. Saying to put the onus on users for stuff like this is a lazy cop-out from Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
Harry also said, when you go to the concert, Lady Gaga does not go up and rig the lighting or hook up the aux cables or physically build the stage. So why is Twitch asking performers to fix their platform for them? Nowhere else do we see creators to ask to perform and fix the stage they're performing on.
And it's really funny.
It's irresponsible.
Every time there is a platform that becomes the dominant video platform, we see this same cycle. This is, people can say like, oh, but I don't want Twitch like getting too in my business, and I don't want them I don't want them blocking too much, and we can moderate and we can do this. Yo, that's the same thing people on YouTube were saying while YouTube ignored creators and everybody fucking jumped ship.
Right. I'd also like to point out, it was something particularly that Wreck-It Raven was engaging with, the person who started this tag, where cishet white man was in response to this and saying like, yeah, and it's also about, Twitch taking half of our money. They should have better rev splits. I want to make it very clear. Twitch Do Better is not about that. Twitch Do Better is not about rev splits. There is a conversation to be had about revenue splits.
But remember that most people, I think like 90% of people on this platform are not affiliates, are not partners.
Right.
They are not monetizing, right? I mean, Twitch is making money from them off of ads, but remember, for most people, this is not about money.
Yes.
This is not about money.
With that in mind, they should do better with the money they are taking from us. I couldn't agree with that more. But Twitch Do Better specifically is about protecting marginalized creators on the platform, the people who make their platform possible, the people who they put up on billboards, the people who they run ads of their faces with to be like, look, we're a diverse community. It's about protecting those creators that you use to look good as a platform so that they can just safely create content.
And not just those creators, all creators.
Right.
All creators. Not just the ones that you put up on billboards, because you know that the ones that they put up on billboards can call somebody at Twitch. And like,
CB is one of those people they put up on billboards.
I know.
Which we love that for CB. Don't get me wrong. Deserves to be on a billboard. Let me see it. But also, when you put him in front of the world, protect your people. Right.
Protect your people. And let me tell you something. The revenue thing. ¿Por qué no los dos? Both things can be true. They should treat us better, and they should take less money. And those are facts, but they're two separate issues.
They're two separate issues, and right now, racism is a focus that we need to take. Another piece of Twitch news, also, you may have seen a bunch of pieces. Twitch has had a massive gambling.
I do want to say we should responsibly say that they did respond to this.
Oh, yes.
We should say that they did respond, and they said we absolutely we say we've seen a lot of conversation about botting, hate raids, and other forms of harassment targeting marginalized creators. You're asking us to do better. We know we need to do more to address these issues. That includes an open and ongoing dialogue about creator safety. No, it doesn't. It includes actionable actionable things that you're going to do.
That's it.
Thank you to everyone who shared these difficult experiences. We were able to identify a vulnerability in our proactive filters, have rolled out an update to close this gap and better detect hate speech. We'll keep updating this to address emerging issues. We're launching channel-level ban evasion detection and account verification improvements later this year. We're working hard to launch these tools as soon as possible, and we hope that they will have a big impact.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
That's all. There is also an issue on Twitch that's been a problem for all of the years Twitch has existed with gambling streams. They particularly blew up in the last 2 years. Straight up gambling streams.
Yeah.
I mean, just fucking pulling slots for children.
For the kids.
For the kids. Where the kids are. Twitch has cracked down a few different ways on it, but particularly some of these creators were getting large partner deals with these gambling apps, these gambling games, and promoting them. A lot of the time they would negotiate a deal which was a rate and then a bunch of commission a lot of these creators were making by linking to gambling sites. Twitch has cracked down on that now and is saying that creators will no longer be able to link directly to gambling sites. Not even loot boxes, actual gambling. Just literal, just regular old slot machine kind of gambling. So they're no longer able to share referral codes or links to gambling websites in the same way that you're not able to link directly to an OnlyFans, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
What about Linktree? What about all the other creative ways? So it essentially just, look, it's not going to do much. It's something to look out for. Ethan Klein of H3 had started an entire Twitch channel where he was just going through and calling out gambling streamers.
Which, by the way, they banned him.
Yeah.
He was calling out people who were gambling after he did an episode with some big streamers, including XQC, Trainwrecks. He had some of these larger streamers come on, and he was like, "You are promoting gambling to children." They're like, "Nah, dog, nah, bro."
What?
Just what? Trainwrecks told Ethan he made $250,000 from referral codes alone, calling the earnings nothing. He was like, "Oh yeah, I mean, some of the money I make is off the referral codes, but it's like nothing. It's like $250,000." These kids, fucking, whenever they try to flex, they tell on themselves.
Exactly.
$250,000 in gambling referral codes.
Just referrals.
Twitch is mad that women in bikinis are sitting on camera and they're promoting actual gambling and doing nothing about racism.
Literally nothing.
Get your fucking head in the game.
Yeah. I will say, I'm not going to back up anything Ethan Klein has done. I'm not going to touch that. This is not a celebration. But they're trying to do something about it. I'm not sure exactly what they can do about removing these links, but it's the creators that need to be banned, quite simply. If you can ban women for doing body paints, women for wearing bikinis, women for just fucking existing, women for having OnlyFans, then you can probably find the gambling streamers. You could probably do it, Twitch. I think you've got the time.
You could probably find.
You've got the time,
especially since a lot of those big deals that these people make require that they put the game or what they're doing or their referral code in the title of their stream. It's so weird. If only there was a way to train a computer to find a string of words.
Huh.
If only, man, I'll tell you what, if Twitch could figure out that, they could crack this whole thing.
Yeah.
If they could figure out how to get a computer to recognize words.
You'd think. Anyways.
So.
I want to talk about Shang-Chi.
Yeah, let's talk about Shang-Chi.
We're very excited about Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi's coming. It's kicking off exclusively in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Very big deal.
Which we do want because we know that specifically Disney movies representing the AAPI community have been a lot of test subjects for Disney on throwing things straight to Disney+.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, theaters are also a little scary right now. So it's a mixed feeling there. It's a tough it's a no-win situation.
It's a no-win situation.
Right now.
And we do have, we're going to talk in just a moment about what's been going on with theaters and theatrical releases as the panini rears its ugly head yet again. But Shang-Chi, even though it was releasing in theaters, after 45 days, will be coming to Disney Plus premiere.
That's pretty good.
I like this.
I think this is a really, really smart model.
I'm bummed. Red Wolf is saying in the live studio audience is saying exactly what I'm thinking. I'm a little bummed that I'm going to have to wait 45 days to see the movie.
Right.
Because
also,
I'm not going to the theater.
I'm also a little bummed because it is the kind of film like Marvel movies in a theater are a different experience.
They really are.
They're a completely different experience.
Can you imagine Shang-Chi in 4DX? I would love to do that. And I'm a little bummed. Everybody's going to be talking about it. I'm not going to get to talk about it with everybody.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait the 45 days. But I think that's exciting because they are giving Shang-Chi, nothing happened, the window that it deserves theatrically. And I'm happy about that.
I am as well. I think that, again, it does deserve that. It's going to hurt by the fact that we're still in the Pantera, but...
Now, do you think that this is going to avoid... I mean, will we see pushback from the creatives who worked on the movie like we did with some other movies because it's not getting a full theatrical window?
I don't think so. When we're already fighting for a bunch of movies that had day one. Mm-hmm. 45 days is pretty great. If you didn't see it in theaters in the first 45 days, you're most likely not going to see it in theaters.
That's true. I mean, Marvel movies tend to have a fairly long tail, but yeah, you're right.
45
days
time.
is long.
You know, if I don't see a movie in theaters within the first 2 weeks of it being out, I'm probably not seeing it.
Yeah. Now, somebody, Red Wolf brings up another good point, which is I hope that the box office take isn't hurt too badly by people not wanting to go to theaters because we don't want the studio to be put into another situation where they go, we tried a movie with Asian people. You didn't show up.
Yep.
You didn't show up.
Quite simply, it is going to be hurt by that. And that fucking sucks. It is going to be hurt by that. Which is heartbreaking, honestly. I wish. I
mean, anything that comes out this year is going to be hurt.
It is, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You have to. I hope that these studios are revising their projections and giving these movies the chances, and they are seeing huge numbers on VOD, and I hope that they're taking those. I mean. Before Black Widow, when can you think of a movie that made $40 million on VOD the first week? That's wild. Those are unheard of numbers. So it's happening.
Right.
It's happening. But in other movie news and movie delay news, the rom-com that I've been waiting for this year, Venom: Let There Be Carnage, has been delayed yet again.
It makes sense. There are a lot of huge delays. We're going to see another wave of delays coming up right now as, you know, a lot of people in production went back to work and a lot of productions are going to halt again, specifically large productions.
So it's been delayed from September 24th to October 15th. And the reason, I mean, it seems like such a small delay. And you're like, why such a small delay? It's because COVID cases are going up exponentially. And they are betting on they're betting on us being able to get it under control and lower again so people will have more faith in going to the movies. According to a recent survey by the National Research Group, 67% of moviegoers say they're very or somewhat comfortable visiting the movie theater. That's down 3% from last week and down 14% from a month ago.
Okay.
You remember when everything first opened up, we were like, oh, shit, yeah. I went and saw Fast 9.
Yeah, I went and saw a couple of movies. I didn't go right when we opened, and I didn't go at the tail end here. I hit right in the middle.
So
where we were all feeling safe for a minute.
Yeah, I walked out of Fast 9, and I was like, you know, I probably shouldn't have done that. And I didn't go to another movie.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, that was fun. I probably shouldn't have done it. I'm not gonna put myself in that situation again. But if this confidence is going down, Sony doesn't have a Disney Plus. Sony doesn't have an HBO Max. They don't have the opportunity to do this day one release window digital stuff that other people do. If it doesn't come out in the theater, they don't make money. So I think we're going to see multiple delays. I think we're going to see Venom get delayed a few more times. I think it may get pushed to the holidays. Because I don't know. I don't know.
Hard to say. I mean, honestly, hey, everybody, get vaccinated. If you haven't gotten vaccinated up to this point, and now you're hearing about the Delta variant, and you're going, well, it's not that effective against the Delta variant anyways.
Yes,
Shut up.
Yes, it
Get
is.
Get vaccinated. It's very effective.
Yes,
It'll keep you from fucking dying from it. I don't want you to die, so shut the fuck up and get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated if you have the opportunity to, if you do not have some kind of obviously any of the obvious preventative reasons of a health conflict with getting vaccinated, or in a country or which it is not yet available to you. Shut the fuck up and get
Shut
vaccinated.
the fuck up. You were born and you got vaccinated 18 fucking times.
Yep.
Just fucking get vaccinated.
Vera Channel in the live studio audience said, I love surviving pandemics.
It's my favorite.
Honestly, same.
It's my favorite. There's nothing I love more than surviving a pandemic.
Shut the fuck up, don't die.
Other than not having to live through a pandemic. But
yeah, that'd be nice.
But moving back to some game stuff and some business stuff.
Ooh, games and business.
We love games. We love business. Mm-hmm. Here's something interesting. July's best-selling game in the U.S.
Uh-huh.
What would it have been? What would it have been, do you think?
Everybody in chat, give us a guess. If you're watching this later on YouTube, drop it in the comments now. Pause the video, scroll on down. Let us know what you think the best-selling game in July was in the United States.
FF14, Ratchet & Clank, both good guesses. Ratchet & Clank obviously did huge. Mm-hmm. FF14 had such a resurgence.
It did.
GTA 5, Minecraft, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Fortnite, Among Us, Back 4 Blood. Oh no. Oh no. Honey Pop. Yeah, everybody buy Honey Pop.
Don't say that here. Do not say that.
Just don't stream it.
Don't.
Hey everyone. Do you know what it was? Skyward Sword HD.
Okay.
Can you believe? Skyward Sword HD was the best-selling game. We keep saying it. Nintendo doesn't need to do anything. They're printing money.
They don't need to do anything. They don't.
They don't need to do anything. Why aren't they coming out with more? Why aren't they doing more? Why wasn't there a Switch Pro? Why wasn't there? They don't need to do shit.
They don't have to.
They're printing money.
They're printing money.
Sorry, go on.
$4.6 billion in the course of July.
Consumer
spending hardware on it was a 10% increase over the last year.
Yeah. So
consumer spending on hardware, software, and accessories amounted to $4.6 billion in July alone.
10% increase, obviously, because so many of us are at home. Mm-hmm. Hardware in particular had the most growth. 100% dollar sales jump compared to last year, of course, because of the new consoles. Mm-hmm. PlayStation 5 was the best-selling console in dollar sales.
In July.
But the Nintendo Switch was the highest in unit sales. The Switch remains the year's best-selling console in both unit and dollar sales.
Whew. Still in 2021.
In 2021.
Wild.
My goodness.
It came in at number 1 in dollar sales, making it the first Nintendo-published game to lead a month since Super Mario World 3D. Which was back in February.
Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was the second spot in July.
Uh-huh.
And number 3 was Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin.
So,
the Switch is crushed. And number 4,
over here.
Number 4 was Mario Kart 8 again.
Can you fucking believe it? The rest of the list does have some familiar ones. Number 5 is Minecraft. We had some people guess that. Number 6, here we are again, Mario Golf Super Rush. Number 7, MLB Show 21. Number 8, Miles Morales. Number 9, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And number 10, Smash Bros. Ultimate. Hey, Nintendo's got a lot of titles on that top 10 list.
And two of them are new. Two of them.
Yep.
And one of them's a halvesy.
Yep.
I played some of the Skyward Sword HD.
Okay.
It's not fun.
Yeah, I'm not planning on playing it.
It's no more fun than it was. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna play more of it, but wasn't great.
Yeah. Played Mario Golf. It was fine.
It's fine. I thought Mario Golf is one of those ones where it's like, it's definitely a 2 to 4 people on a couch playing the speed golf mode.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. It was fun.
That's what it did. So yeah, when people are like, hey, why isn't Nintendo giving us more? It's because we apparently don't want more from them.
Yeah, no, we're happy with what we've got. We're apparently just absolutely coasting. So that's cool. I guess.
Cool.
I don't know. I like Nintendo games, so all right. But hey, everybody, it's 9:30 already.
Can you believe?
Can you believe? So we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to go through and we're going to thank everybody who supported the show today. But hey, there's a bunch of ways you can do so. We have a donation goal going right there that runs for the month of August. It helps us to support making this show, and we appreciate it very much. Mm-hmm. That's for our sugar breakfasts, so we stay alive to do another show. But hey, there's also a bunch of other ways you could support the show. You could share a clip, and right now, if you tweet it at the Pixel Circus on Twitter, you'd be entered to win 1D4 of Google Stadias.
You can win anywhere from 1 to 3 Google Stadias, baby. You could play with the Google Stadia.
Yep.
But also, hey, sharing the fact that you watch the show with a friend, retweeting when we go live, just letting people know that you enjoy the show.
Yep.
If you have friends that don't watch a lot of stuff on Twitch or can't catch the show at the time that it's on, remember, we keep the VODs up, baby. And not only do we keep the VODs up, we post them on our YouTube channel. We'd love it if you went and joined the YouTube channel there. Go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah, we just broke 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so now we can actually apply for monetization.
Hey, Mazel Tov. So there you go. We love that. We love it when you jump into the Discord and just hang out with us. That's great. So suggest a story for us to cover on the show. We love that too. We want to talk about what y'all want to talk about. So let us know. And also just saying nice things to us.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
That's nice.
Also showing up for the other shows.
Yeah.
Tonight we'll be live for Failed Save at 7 p.m. Pacific. You can see both of us playing Dungeons & Dragons together. We'll tell you where else to find us on the internet. But first, thank you.
Thank you. Here's the honor roll of people who exchanged currency for our favor. And we thank you. Stamps 1646 with 500 bits. Lesh 003 with 100 bits. Lesh 003 with 1 bit. Blue Pirate with the host. Vera Channel and Doka Time with the follow. Anna Marie Pet 23. Roman XF with the follow. Kalen Roar with 100 bits saying fuck these racists. Kalen Roar giving 10 gift subs to the community. Thank you so much for your generosity. You are all trapped here now in our prism world of terror. Prosper 3XO, thank you for the follow. Tom Biden with 100 bits. Party, it's my 100th birthday today. Happy 100th birthday, Tom Biden. Oh, also giving 10 gift subs to the community. But it's your birthday, Tom. But Tom, it's your birthday. Javier Bart with the follow. LogVN with the follow. Robaba with the resub for 11 months. Oh, hey, we're doing a news. We sure are.
We sure are.
Kurt Laurelton donating 22.57. Marsh's Queer, Miguel Ricardo Borzi, and Andrew Greppo 30 with the follow. Ensham 75 with the resub for 9 months. That's a long time, Ensham 75. Thank you. Zamino with 300 bits. Flip Luca and Derry Aramson with the follow. Sir Ross the Weary with the resub. Neo Nihilism with the follow. Thank you all so much. We appreciate it. Just more than you'll ever know.
Right here at the end as well.
Whoa! Stamps 1646, $50 with a love you both. Thank you, Stamps.
We love you, BBs.
We love you, BBs.
We do, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you for showing up, for starting your mornings with us. It's incredibly special that you do this 3 days a week with us. We make a show that you'll watch it, so that's cool. Thank you for doing just that. And hey, if you want to see us when we're not here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific, let me tell you where to do it.
I am everywhere on the internet at Carboni. I would especially love it right now if you followed me on Instagram. I am not a Carboni here on Twitch. I am at Anthony Carboni. Twitch, you cowards, it's mine. Give it back to me. Today is Friday, which means there is a new episode of We Have Concerns, my science comedy podcast with Jeff Kanata. This week's a good one. You should go listen to it. I love it. You'll love it. It's good times for everybody. In addition, you can find me here tonight for Failed Safe, our D&D show. And that's about it for right now.
All right.
That's about it for right now.
You got it. Well, you can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Saige. I stream on my channel Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Schedule's a little fucky right now, so bear with me. You can also find me on the Smosh Games channel. You can find me on the D&D channel and the Mad Cave Studios channel. I'm all over the goddamn place. So, like, I don't know. I'm always around. If you're looking, I'm probably around. Might be right behind you. Who knows?
Boo.
Stamps with a sub right there at the end as well. Supporting this channel also directly supports a bunch of independent creators, including myself. It allows us to keep making weird shit for you. This channel has no corporate backing.
Nope.
No money whatsoever.
Nope.
It's just a bunch of people showing up and playing games and talking about them because we love them and we love you.
And
okay?
some of us don't have jobs.
It's true.
So, when you support us, you genuinely support us.
So instead, are you going to be on the Smosh stream today, Saige? Yes, I am. I will see you over there. Love that weird shit, baby. And Red Wolf with the sub right here at the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey, by the way, patrons, we got a clip for you today.
We do have a clip coming for you today. Sorry, we're behind. We love you. We have a clip coming, and we have a Tuesday paint stream on Patreon.
Tuesday.
If you're not already on the Patreon, say hi.
Okay, goodbye forever until next time.